slokas, the opening prayers as yet. Kavya, you have not? Okay, go ahead, Kavya. Slowly and steadily.
Okay, Mataji.
Do you want me to share the screen? 1 second, I can do that. Or you can get started. I'll slowly share the screen too. Go ahead, dear.
Om Agnana Tirmandasya Gnana Jana Salakaya Chakshur Amritam Yena Tasmai Shri Guravai Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vachapadeshatarini Jaya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda Shri
Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi
Gaura Bhakta
Vrinda.
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
All right, beautiful job, Kavya. Wonderful. Thank you so much, dear. Okay, so let's get started with our prayer session and sloka recitation, and then we will move on to the story for the day, and then we will try to do moral stories. Okay, so that is the plan today. And can I have some raised hands, please? Again, the rule is that we are not competing in any competition here. We are going to go slowly, one at a time. Slowly and steadily. Have a leader, follow through the leader, okay? And very slowly you have to recite the sloka. Okay, kids? So I will have 3 people or 4 of them recite this first sloka. Mukund, Sanvi and Kavya, go ahead and recite the first verse of this chapter.
Yes,
Rahatsamatatasamnam Gayatri Chandrasamaham Masanam Margashishyoham Yutulam Kusamakarah.
Beautiful. Actually, it was flowing very, very well. Very clear, very good, slow and steady. I loved it. Thank you so much. Let's go to the next verse for today. And let me see. Now, whoever has already done, please put your hand down, okay? That will be great. Kavya, Mokshit.
Kavya already went.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Mokshit, Advait and Saina.
Okay, Mataji. Oh, Mataji, you're on the previous sloka.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Dyutam chalayatam tejasvinamaham jayosmi vyavasayosmi sattvam sattvatamaham. Mataji.
It was beautiful again. No.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
This is
Krishna.
Shubhadra and Giridhari. Sorry we joined late. We
Oh.
didn't realize.
I know that you were already in Damodar class and you are just joining again in the Govinda class. You had so many other classes. But anyways, what is the occasion that you are dressing Giridhari?
My brother always becomes Hanuman every single day. He never wants to leave his costume.
Oh, really? I
Yes.
was thinking,
I always try to not to wear my costume, but I don't know what should I do. Wear my costume or I need to do class without the costume.
oh, okay, I love your costume, your dressing. You look so very nice, so cute. Thank you, dear Giridhari, for allowing us to see you also. Very, very nice.
Hare Krishna Mataji. It's
Okay,
my
dear.
pleasure.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. Okay, so the third verse for today. Okay, so again, 3 people who have not raised their hands before, they can go ahead. Okay, not the same people who have raised their hands. Okay, let's give opportunity for everybody. Okay, Abhishek, Krishna, Advait, did you go ahead or no?
I did, Mataji, but
Okay, no problem.
I think I was muted when I said it.
Oh, really? Okay, Abhishek, Krishna, you can go ahead, Advait. Samskriti
Okay.
and Shreya. 5 people are here. Be careful. Don't mess with it. Okay, very, very carefully. Go ahead and recite this verse slowly. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, Mataji.
Wonderful.
Kavihi.
Okay, thank you, dear. It was okay. 5 people, right? But still, you did a good job. Thank you so much. And I also see Balavrinda and Anupam. Do you want to go ahead and recite?
Yes,
this verse?
Mataji.
Go ahead, dear.
Vishnidavasudevasmi Padananda Ranjaya Muninamate Avasa Kavinamata Kavi. Now repeat after me. Vishnina Vasu Devasmi Pandavanam Dhananjaya Muninam Apyaham Vyasa Kavinam Ushna Kavihi.
Very, very nice job. Thank you, dear, both of you. So, can we? Yes.
Mataji, are we going to read the translation?
Yes, yes. So whoever has not got.
Can Karthik go?
Yes, Karthik, 1 second. First of all, I wanted to thank, we have dear Balavrinda. See how nicely she taught her friend Anupam. So very nicely, she was patiently teaching her since she was not sure how to recite the verse. That is the compassionate nature of the devotees, right? Very, very friendly. All of them are. Suhridam Sarva Bhutana. Everybody, they are friendly to everyone and very, very nice etiquette. Okay. Thank you, Balavrinda, for teaching us that etiquette practically.
You're welcome, Mataji.
Okay.
Welcome all the time because he does not know Bhagavad Gita Sloka.
No problem, dear. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Karthik, can you recite this translation, please?
Of the hymns in the Samaveda, I am the Brihat Sama, and of poetry I am the Gayatri of months. I am Margashirsha, November, December, and of seasons I am flower
bearing spring.
Thank
you so much. Appreciate that. Karthik, how old are you?
9, Mataji.
Okay, thank you, dear Karthik. And then who else wants to go ahead and
Mataji, can I read?
Shreya. Okay, Shreya, go ahead.
I am also the gambling of cheats, and of the splendid I am the splendor. I am victory, I am adventure, and I am the strength of the strong.
Very good, Shreya. Thank you so much. Okay, Saina. No, 1 second. I don't know if Ojasvi
Yeah, I
got a
think she's
chance.
only rad, Mataji.
Ojasvi, do you want to?
Okay,
Yes,
I didn't know if anyone else had to though.
yes, Mataji, can I do the sloka?
Yeah, you can read the translation.
After descendants, I am Vrishni, I am Vasudeva, and of the Pandavas, I am Arjuna. Of the sages, I am Vyasa, and among great thinkers, I am Ushana.
Thank you, dear Ojasvi. Okay, and Varun, do you want to read the verse?
Okay, Mataji. ऋषीणां वासुदेवोऽस्मि पाण्डवानां धनञ्जय मुनीनाम् अप्यहं व्यास कवीनाम् उशना कवि.
Thank you, dear Varun. Okay, so let's go and do a recap of what happened this week, okay? So today there is no special quality that we are going to see as such, but we are going to discuss all the stories that we covered this week. So this is going to be really, really interesting. So let's get quickly started with
Wait,
it.
Mataji, this week or like the whole session?
No, the whole session will be too much to cover. It's just the session, okay?
Oh, okay.
Good question, Abhishek. All right, let's get started. Krishna is surrounded by loving devotees. So when we speak of Krishna, Krishna is not alone. Krishna means his name, his qualities, his fame, his friends, his paraphernalia, his entourage, all of these are included. When we speak of a king, it is to be understood that he is surrounded by his ministers, secretaries, military commanders, and many other people. Similarly, Krishna is not impersonal. In his Vrindavan Leela, he is surrounded by the gopis, the cowherd boys, his father, his mother, and all the inhabitants of Vrindavana. So this is what Krishna is all about. He's always surrounded by people. He longs for the loving association of his devotees. He longs for those loving, affectionate exchanges that he's going to have with the Gopa friends, his Gopi friends, his mom, his father, everyone, and everyone else also hankers for his association. He is always surrounded by his beautiful beautiful family of friends, cowherd boys, gopis, and the elderly women who are having vatsalya bhav towards him. So many people he is covered with, and that is the rasa. We are able to have this rasa, the exchange of love between devotees, and that could be vatsalya, meaning it could be parental, it could be friendly, meaning sakya bhav, or it could be what else do we have? Dasya bhav, right? It could be a dasya relationship that he could have, meaning, you know, in the servitor mood, serving mood. If somebody has a relationship with Krishna, that is dasya bhav. So like that, and then we also see there is Madhurya Bhav, which the gopis have. The gopis of Vrindavan, they have the Madhurya Bhav with Krishna. So these are the rasas that the devotees have with Lord Krishna. Okay, and this verse, it talks about when you go off to the forest during the day, a tiny fraction of a second becomes like a millennium for us, and we cannot even see you that time. And even when we eagerly look upon your beautiful face so lovingly with the adornment of curly locks, our pleasure is hindered by our eyelids. So the gopis actually curse Lord Brahma because he has created eyelids. Because when we are able to see Lord Krishna, because of this eyelids, we are forced to not see him during that period of time. And during the time when he is off with his Gopa boyfriends, that is the cowherd friends, these gopis, they eagerly wait for Krishna. When will this day pass away? So that in the night we are able to spend this time with Lord Krishna. So they hanker for such moments. And in the separation, they were always thinking about Lord Krishna, his pastimes with Lord Krishna. And then once they see him, okay, finally after the day is over, they get to see Krishna. They get to have the darshan of Lord Krishna. At that time, they are having this blinking of the eyelids, which is making them not to see Krishna during that time. And then they curse Lord Brahma. Oh, Lord Brahma, why have you created these eyelids for us? It is so hindering, it is so bothering us to see and have this darshan of Lord Krishna. Please, like that. They are actually saying Brahma to be the foolish creator. And so this is how much love and hankering these gopi friends have towards Lord Krishna. And in the same manner, Krishna also reciprocates their loving relationship with them. And he says, right, the gopis, I'm not able to repay your debt. Whatever you have paid me, I mean, whatever the loving exchanges that you have given me, I will not be able to repay you at all. So that is how much indebted I am to you. I cannot imagine to repay what you have all done to me. Remember the past time where Krishna was having a headache and nobody was able to give a cure. The doctor said, no, we can't do anything about the situation. And then they go to the, Narada goes to the gopis. The gopis, they were ready to give the dust of the lotus feet. I mean, the dust of their lotus feet to Lord Krishna so that his headache can be resolved. And for that, they were ready to go to any place, hell, heaven, doesn't matter for them. If you were to go to hell as a punishment because we are giving our dust to Lord Krishna, who's the supreme God, that's perfectly fine. We are ready to accept that. That is the mood with which they operate. Anything for the pleasure of Krishna, they are ready to do. Anything, whatever be it, even if it were at the own cost of distress to them, they don't care. Even if it was going to bring lamentation to them, no problem. Even if they were going to be put in hell for that, no problem. We are ready to do that just because Krishna is happy. We just want to see Krishna and Krishna's happiness. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all. That is our only goal and our only object. Krishna is the only object of our love. And for that love, we are ready to do anything. Imagine a situation where your parents, they get mango, and that mango, it's available in only one quantity, meaning one number. And nobody, the parents, they also like mangoes. But just because the kid likes mangoes, they are ready to sacrifice that for the sake of the kids. They say, let the kids take, no problem. Because upon seeing that happiness in the kid's face, they become overjoyed. They are happy to see the kid happily eating that mango. We are perfectly fine. The parents are perfectly fine to sacrifice that mango, even though they like mango. Even though they like to eat mangoes, they say, my kid loves the mango and I relish when my kid actually enjoys eating that mango. So that is the contrast we see in how I'm just trying to give you an analogy in this material world, what that love can be and how it can be felt. It can be felt through your parents because they are selfless. All what they are doing is for the happiness of the child. For the happiness of the child, they are ready to sacrifice anything. Even if they were, say, when you are all young, your parents, they would have had a lot of sleepless nights. Your mom, she would have been awake almost the whole time when you are awake during the night time. So that is the sacrifice the parents go through for the sake of the child's happiness, the child's growth, the child's bonding. All that, they do it for the child without any expectation in return. Likewise, of course, this analogy is in the material world, but you can imagine how that reciprocation is on the spiritual world. It is transcendental, and the gopis are showing so much love to Lord Krishna. So he's always surrounded by the loving devotees, which is what is the first quality that you saw, or maybe the third quality, I don't know, whatever order that you went by, probably this is the first one that you would have seen. And yesterday you would have seen about the beauty of Lord Krishna. What is Krishna's beauty like? Krishna's beauty is surpassing millions of cupids. We've heard the name of Cupid. A Cupid is an enchanting person, a loving person, but Krishna, he is Kandarpa Kodi Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham. If you assemble millions of cupids in one place, still the beauty of Krishna is so beautiful. It cannot be compared to the beauty of Krishna. Even if you bring 1 million cupids in one place, that beauty cannot be equal to the beauty of Lord Krishna. Can you compare? I mean, can you just imagine how beautiful he is? How fortunate are those people who have got the darshan of Lord Krishna? That is why they are saying, oh my God, those eyelids are hindering my darshan of the Lord. Right? So he was, his eyes are just like lotus petals. He has got this beautiful eyes. He decorates his head with a peacock feather. Krishna, you have always seen, he has this peacock feather in his head. And Krishna is always in his youthhood, right? All the village girls are very much attracted with Krishna's beauty. They used to come to Krishna for dancing in the village. Thus, Krishna's beauty is an essential subject. And then how about the ornaments? The ornaments are actually, we usually in the mundane world, in this material world, we wear ornaments so that we look beautiful. Just wearing these earrings, bangles, necklaces, what happens is that our beauty gets enhanced. But for Krishna, when these ornaments are put on Krishna, the ornaments are beautified. Krishna is already so beautiful, but the ornaments are beautified by having it in Krishna's body. So let's look into this Madhya Lila, Chaitanya Charitamrita, verse 21, 105. Let's see what it says. Ornaments caress that body, but the transcendental body of Krishna is so beautiful that it beautifies the ornaments he wears. Therefore, Krishna's body is said to be the ornament of all ornaments. Enhancing the wonderful beauty of Lord Krishna is his three-curved bending style of standing. Above all these beautiful features, Krishna's eyes dance and move obliquely, acting like arrows to pierce the minds of Srimati Radharani and the gopis. When the arrows succeed in hitting the target, their minds become agitated. Remember the loving glances that Krishna puts upon the gopi friends and the Radha Srimati. Because imagine a cupid, when a cupid is standing before someone, they get agitated on seeing the cupid. 1 million cupid is nothing in front of Krishna's beauty. When such a Krishna glances on somebody, imagine what will happen to them. Their minds get agitated. And that is because Krishna's beauty is so attractive, so beautiful. It's comparable to nothing in this material world. Right? But we say it's lotus petal eyes, beautiful eyes, so on and so forth, because that much only we can imagine, and that much only the material world has to offer us. So this is what his beauty is all about. And one who is attracted by the beauty of Lord Krishna is no longer attracted by the beauty of this material nature, although he does not minimize his beauty. We all know from Bhagavad Gita, Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehina rasavarjyam rasopyasya param drishtva nanivartate. What happens? This embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, but the taste for sense object remains. But ceasing such engagements, they experience a higher taste. This is because he is fixed in Krishna consciousness. What he's saying is, no longer these people are attracted to this lower stuff. No longer are these people, say for example, somebody is addicted to watching video games or YouTube videos or car videos, whatever that is. Because they have acquired taste for Krishna consciousness, they have a higher taste now, because of which all the other lower tastes become inferior, become nothing, become minimized. So this is what Krishna says. When the person is fixed in Krishna consciousness, he loses his taste for things of inferior nature, things the material world has to offer. So that is what is seen. So when somebody looks at the beauty of Lord Krishna, the other things that look so beautiful in the material world becomes nothing. It is, that beauty is minimized. So that beauty, he is no longer attracted to that beauty that material world has to offer. He starts to enjoy the beauty of Lord Krishna. He starts to admire Lord Krishna, his eyes, his eyebrows, his body, his lotus feet, all that he starts to admire, and because of which he is losing taste for these inferior lower things that the material nature has to offer. That is the realization from that verse. Okay, And now you also saw yesterday, right? You would have seen yesterday how Vishnu wanted to see Lord Krishna, right? You all do know the story for that?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Yes,
Do
Mataji.
you want me to go through the story, or do you don't want me to go through the story?
Second one, Mataji.
What is that?
Can you go to the story, Mataji?
Oh,
Yes,
who's that?
Mataji.
Okay, we will go through the story. Quickly, we can go through the story, okay?
Okay, Mataji.
Once in Dwaraka, a Brahmana's wife gave birth to a son who immediately died. As soon as the son was born, he died. What is this? The Brahmana took his dead son to the court of King Ugrasena, and he told him, see, Brahmana, see, I brought my son. You are failing to execute your duty properly, and that is why my son is dead. What a misfortune it is, right? And each and every time he would bring the dead body of the infant to the royal court of the king and summon it to the king. The ninth son also died at birth, and Arjuna happened to hear this Brahmana's complaint, and he said, my lord, here, I will protect your progeny, and if I fail, I'm going to enter into the fire to atone my sin. This is what I will do. So look at the compassionate nature of Arjuna here. He is ready to immediately say, if I'm not going to fulfill the promise, then I will have to atone for my sin by entering the fire. And sometime later, what happened was the Brahmana's wife was about to give birth to the 10th time. And when Arjuna learned this, he went immediately to the maternity house, meaning where the wife was there, and enveloped it with a protective cage of arrows. He made sure that she was all protected, and Arjuna's efforts were to no avail. However, for as soon as the child was born and began to cry, it disappeared into the sky immediately. The child was born and it disappeared. As the Brahmana profusely derided Arjuna, the warrior set off the abode of Yamaraja, the king of death. But Arjuna did not find the Brahmana's son there. And even after searching out the 14 worlds, he had no trace of the infant. What did he do? Immediately he went to see if he was there in Yamaloka or not. He was not to be seen. And then he went to the 14 planetary systems in the material world. None of the places this Brahmana's son was there. Okay, so that was what he did. And then what happened? Having failed to protect the Brahmana's son, Arjuna was now intent on committing suicide by entering into the sacrificial fire. See, that was how he promised, right? He was going to atone for his sin by entering into the fire, and he wanted to keep up his vow. But imagine, in contrast, these times, the people in the material world, they make a promise, but they don't fulfill the promise at all. And they don't even fulfill the vows. Oh, I will do this. I will do this every day for devotional service, but they will fail to do it. That is the condition of the souls of Kali Yuga. I will show you the Brahmana sons. So please don't despise yourself like this. Lord Krishna then took Arjuna on his transcendental chariot, and the two of them, what did they do? They crossed the 7 universal islands with their 7 oceans, passed over the Loka mountain range, and entered the dense region of dense darkness. Since the horses could not find their way, Krishna sent his blazing Sudarshana Chakra ahead to pierce the gloom. Gradually, they came to the water of the causal ocean, where there is Mahavishnu. They saw the 1,000-hooded snake, Ananta, Ananta, upon which Mahavishnu was laying down. And the Lord greeted the great Lord, that is Mahavishnu. He greeted Lord Krishna and Arjuna, saying, I brought the Brahmana sons here simply because I wanted to see both of you. I wanted to see both of you. That is the reason why I actually brought the Brahmana sons here. Please continue to benefit the people in general by exemplifying religious behavior in the form of Naranarayana Rishi. Lord Arjuna and Krishna then took the Brahmana sons, went back to Dwaraka, returned the infants to the father, and having thus experienced the greatness of Krishna, Arjuna was amazed. He concluded that only by Lord's mercy can a living being exhibit any power of opulence. So we all understand from the 10th chapter, that is Vibhuti Yoga, that everything is nothing but a spark of the splendor of Lord Krishna. Everything in this world, if you see somebody playing Mridanga so nicely, that is due to Lord. If somebody is singing so nicely, that is due to the mercy of the Lord, that he is able to play or sing. If somebody is saying Krishna Katha so eloquently, that is due to the mercy of the Lord again. If somebody is able to recite the verses of Bhagavad Gita and be able to chant the verses so nicely. Again, that is due to the mercy of the Lord. So nothing in this world is ours. It is all due to Krishna's mercy that one is able to see these opulences in everybody. And Arjuna, he very much understood that Krishna, whatever you give me, that is why I have some power. If you don't give me that skill of archery, I will not have that skill of archery in me. So he concluded, what did he conclude? He concluded that only by Lord's mercy can a living being exhibit any power of opulence. So this is what is seen through Krishna's beauty. People, even including Mahavishnu, they want to see Krishna. They want to admire the beauty of Lord Krishna. And that is why Vishnu actually brought him, Mahavishnu. He brought the sons of Brahmana just so that he could see and have the darshan of Lord Krishna. Are you all clear with this pastime, kids?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Wonderful. Very good job and attentive listening. Let's go on to the next pastime, which is Krishna's flute. Krishna's flute was talked about by Sita Priti Mataji, I believe. So many nice things the flute offers, right? Everybody, the gopis, they are so jealous of the flute. Okay. The flute
Mataji, I have a question.
Yes.
Are
Advice?
we doing craft today, or what are we doing?
We are doing moral stories, my dear Advait.
Okay, thank you.
Thursdays, it's moral stories, always. Okay? All right. So let's
Okay,
look
thank
into
you.
this purport. The Lord and the devotees both conquer. The Lord is conquered by the devotees, and the devotees are conquered by the Lord. Because of being conquered by one another, they both derive transcendental bliss from their relationship. The highest perfection of this mutual conquering is exhibited by Krishna and the gopis. They are both conquered by each other, right? The gopis are conquered by Krishna, and Krishna is conquered by the gopis. Thus, whenever Krishna played his flute, he conquered the minds of the gopis. And without seeing the gopis, Krishna, what will he do? He will start to play the flute. And when they hear the flute sound of Lord Krishna, the gopis will just leave whatever they are doing, whether it is cooking or taking care of the kids or taking care of their husbands or whatever action they are doing, they will just leave that because they are obviously attracted to the flute sound of Lord Krishna and they hanker to get his association. So they immediately leave to the place where Krishna is playing his flute. Other transcendentalists such as jnanis and yogis cannot conquer the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Only by pure devotees, only the pure devotees can conquer him. That is the speciality of pure devotional service, right? Jnana, it should not be mixed with karma or jnana. That is what is pure devotional service. Okay, the next one is, my dear gopis, what auspicious activities must the flute have performed to enjoy the nectar of Krishna's lips independently and leave only a taste for us gopis for whom the nectar is actually meant? So since Krishna is holding his flute, his lips are always touching the flute, right? And these gopis, they are so feeling jealous of the flute and saying that nectar is actually meant for us and the flute is actually stealing our nectar. The forefathers of the flute, the bamboo trees, right? The flute is actually made from the bamboo trees, shed tears of pleasure because this flute is in the hands and the lips of Lord Krishna. They're all shedding tears in the ecstasy because this flute, what did it do to get this kind of bliss or get this kind of association with the Lord? So they shed tears of pleasure because of that. His mother, that is the river on whose bank the bamboo was born, feels the jubilation. Of course, the river is the mother because bamboo is born from the river, right? And it also feels the jubilation, meaning the happiness. And therefore, her blooming lotus flowers are standing like hair on the body. Whenever we feel the ecstasy, what happens? Our hair rises from the body. And similarly, these blooming lotuses that are seen in the banks of the river, they rise due to the jubilation, due to the ecstatic symptoms or because of the flute being seen in the lips of Lord Krishna. Their hairs, that is the lotus flowers, are standing like a hair on the body. So this is the comparisons our acharyas make in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter number 21. This is the quick description about the flute. So we have covered how Krishna was always seeing with loving devotees, and how Krishna's flute is, and how the gopis are actually feeling jealous of the flute because of its association with Krishna. And that nectar was supposed to be because the flute is in the lips of Lord Krishna. They feel that the nectar that they are supposed to get, this flute actually snatched it from them. And because of this reason, the flute, the forefathers of the flute, the bamboo trees, and the mother of the flute, that is the river banks, all of them are in ecstatic moods because they are able to see the fortunate condition of this flute, and they are feeling happy due to the association of the flute with Lord Krishna. So this is what we have seen. And we also saw about Krishna's beauty, how Krishna's beauty is the subject of devotion. And for that, we actually saw the example of Lord Vishnu, how Vishnu actually wanted to see Lord Krishna because he was able to always, he wanted to look at the beauty of Lord Krishna, which is why he brought the Brahmana boys out into his loka. Right, and Krishna and Arjuna came and witnessed the situation, brought the Brahmana boys back home to Dwaraka. And that is because Vishnu wanted to see the beauty of Lord Krishna. Are you all clear with the subjects that we saw today as a recap?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
That's a Giri Daddy speaking. I was confused. Mataji,
Yeah,
you saying that Lord Vishnu is actually Lord Krishna as a form, or Lord Krishna creates everything in the universe, like Vishnu. I was like saying.
I really could not understand what you are saying, but you're okay. Any questions?
Mataji, I was saying that Lord Vishnu was like Lord Krishna's form, but actually they said that Lord Krishna is actually the Lord of the universe.
Yes,
Like-
Lord Krishna is the cause of all causes. He is the Lord of the universe. Yeah. Okay, thank you, dear Giridhari.
Jagannath means Lord of the universe.
Yes, Ramachandra, Jagannath is non different than Krishna, and he is the Lord of the universe. Okay, can we go to the moral stories for today? I have a very exciting story. I'm also looking forward to the story as such. So let's go without any further ado, unless anybody has any questions. Are we all good to go into the moral stories, kids?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, I'm waiting for that as well. Okay, where is it? Okay, I have to open it now. 1 minute. Okay, where is moral stories? Okay, moral stories. Here we go.
Mataji, we can only see the presentation.
Yeah, I'm going to share it now. Okay. Okay. Yes, are you able to see, dear kids?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
The story of Acharya.
Okay.
Oh, I think I've heard the story, Mataji. I know this, Mataji.
Okay. So let's
where
see.
he cuts the
Yeah, I've heard
No,
this story.
don't reveal the suspense. So what happens is, here in our house, I have two sons, right? And one starts to say the other the story, and what happens is the other son, he says, don't reveal the suspense. I want to hear the story, right? I want to
Don't ruin
fully
it.
relish the story by watching the story, and before that somebody says the story, then the other person will be like, the suspense is broken.
They don't ruin it.
Correct. It is just for the benefit of others. We don't ruin the fun. Okay, let's look into the story of Arjuna Acharya. What was he doing? He was actually writing a commentary on Bhagavad Gita, and it came to the sloka where Krishna says he carries what we have and provides what we lack, right? So he came to this particular sloka, and he was actually writing a commentary. What does a commentary mean? A commentary means that you have to write the meaning. What is your revelation upon it? You know, these acharyas, they get a revelation, and the revelation is because of that revelation, due to the mercy of the Lord, they are able to write such commentaries. They are able to present us the understanding. Otherwise, what will happen? We will start to speculate with our own conditioned mind, and that will lead us nowhere. That is not going to help us with our progress in the devotional service. And that is why the commentaries, which are revelations from the Lord himself, due to the mercy of the Lord, they get that revelations, and through that revelations, we are able to enjoy and understand what the Lord has to say. And here, what happens to Arjuna Acharya? He thinks, how is the Lord? How is that Lord will come himself and deliver the goods? Meaning, how will he, how will he able to come himself and deliver the good people? It is not possible. Maybe he is going to send some agents. That is what he was assuming. And then what happened? Let me change the words. Okay, I will now write, I bear the burden and deliver. And instead, what will I write? I will send some agent who delivers. So he wants to say, instead of saying that he will come himself to deliver people, that is the good people, he is going to write, I will send somebody else who are agents of me to deliver those good people. And then what happened? After some time, what happened was Arjuna Acharya, he went to take bath. Okay. And then what happened? In the meantime, two beautiful boys came with a cart full of highly valuable items like fruits, grains, vegetables, and so on, ghee, okay, so on and so forth. And now the wife of Arjuna Acharya, she was at home and she opened the door. My dear mother, Arjuna Acharya, he has sent these goods to you. Please take the delivery from us. Like that, the boys actually told to the wife of Arjuna Acharya. And then what happened was, the wife of Arjuna Acharya, she was so impressed with these boys who carried the goods for her. And she said, oh, you're so beautiful boys. And he has given these items to get it here. Is that what it is? And Acharya, she asked the boys, and then Acharya is not so cruel. How is that he has given so much burden to you? By carrying these truckload of vegetables, ghee and all that, you have burdened yourself. How is that? Arjuna Acharya is doing this to you guys. Like that, she asked these boys. He asked us to carry on our heads, and how can we carry so much? The boys are saying. I refused to carry on my head, and what happened was he has beaten me. See how he has beaten me? Can you look at the marks on my body? I told him I cannot carry it on my head, and because of that reason, what Arjuna Acharya did was he bet me, and nicely you can see the marks on my shoulder. Are you able to see it? Like that, he actually showed it to the Arjuna Acharya's wife. And Arjuna Acharya is not so cruel. She knows her husband, right? She has been with the husband for so long, and the wife knows the husband because she stays with him. She is able to understand the character of Arjuna Acharya more than anybody could. How he has become so cruel? Like that, she was wondering. Okay, take some foods now. Like that, she told the boys. We have to go now. He will come then and he will chastise us. Oh my God, we can't stay here any longer. We have to go back. Otherwise, what he will do? He will chastise us. No, you sit down. I'll prepare some food stuff for you. Like that, the mother actually told the boys. Arjuna Acharya's wife actually told those boys. Arjuna Acharya returns after taking bath. And the wife now, she remembers this incident of the two boys, how he has bet those two boys nicely. The marks of the boys were seen, and she was so perturbed, and she was so bewildered also. Arjuna Acharya, is he such a cruel person? So she wants to clarify it, obviously, with her husband to actually understand the position. Acharya, you have become so much cruel nowadays. Like that, she questioned Acharya. Oh, and of course, Arjuna Acharya could not understand what the relevant of the matter was. When somebody comes and tells you suddenly you are so cruel, what would you understand? How can you make sense of it, right? If somebody just blindly comes and tell you, oh, Jagannath, or somebody, whoever that is, something is wrong with you. And how can he make sense of it? How am I supposed to be wrong? What did I do to you? The questions will come up, right? And now Arjunacharya's wife is saying, 2 boys, very nice boys, they have brought so many foodstuffs. You loaded on their head and they denied to take it. And because they did not take it on the head, you have beaten them, you have chastised them. Isn't that right? Like that, she's actually clarifying the situation to Arjunacharya. And no, I will never do that. I have never done this ever in my life. Why shall I do it? See, these acharyas, they are so good. The austerity of speech, austerity of mind, and austerity of body. Austerity of speech is that one is supposed to speak nicely, sweet words, and that word should be truthful, and always reciting the Vedic literature. That is the austerity of speech. Always reciting the Vedic literature. So on such a person, even in his words, he will not be cruel to anybody. How can he be cruel to a person or hit him physically, right? Even mentally, he'll not be cruel to anybody, because this person who's an acharya, he always compassionate, and he always looks for the well-being of others. If somebody is ignorant and doesn't have Krishna consciousness, he wants to share the love with him, share about Krishna consciousness to that person. Because this world is Dukkalayam Ashashvatam. He doesn't want that person to be in this material world. He wants everybody, because we are all parts and parcels of Lord Krishna. He wants everybody to go back to Lord Krishna. So that is the situation of the acharyas. And how will I do it? Arjunacharya actually questioned Arjunacharya's wife. Oh, my Lord is so great. He has shown that he actually personally bears the burdens and delivers the goods. Because I cut his alphabets, he has shown that as a beating mark. Because he was writing the commentary, right? And that commentary, he says, these his agents will come to deliver the good people. But through these boys, he has actually delivered the message that I will personally come to deliver good people. I'm not going to send my agents. I will personally come. I will personally be there to deliver these good people. And that is why he has shown the beating marks, which implies that he is not happy about the situation, because I cut the alphabets. I cut and wrote as he will bring some delivering people. He will bring some agents to deliver good people. And he did not like it. That is why he has shown the beaten marks. Now I understand. See how they are revealed. The scriptures, the essence of the scriptures is revealed to the acharyas. They are not mentally writing it. They are all writing it because Krishna is telling them to write so like that. And that is why we value the commentaries of the acharyas so much. Why Srila Prabhupada wants us to read his books. That is because it is all his ecstatic symptoms that are coming out through the mercy of Lord Krishna, which is revealed in his books. They are all transcendental messages, and those messages are to be relished and digested and realized. Are you able to understand? What is that, Advait?
Only story?
I don't know what you are saying, dear.
He said that is this the only story?
This is the only story. I think we should go for reflections and question and answers after this.
Mataji?
Yes,
I
dear.
have a question.
Yes.
So, what's the shloka that he crossed out, like in the Bhagavad Gita?
Yes,
Like, what
that is
chapter
the
and
question. Yes, that is the question for you. Anybody who has known the story or who knows Bhagavad Gita?
Yeah, this is kind of confusing, Mataji. Whenever you hear the story, they never mention the actual story.
Yes, we will try to find that out now, okay? Anyways, Krishna's potency is unlimited. We cannot understand his power by our infinitesimal intelligence. He expands himself to interact with each and every spirit soul personally. So we all can understand what this message says is that, so the spirit soul is there, right? We all know the soul, we are the soul and we are not the body. And the Paramatma is there in everybody. Is it there only in Mukund or Kavya and not there with anybody else? Is Paramatma there with them only? Or is
No.
Paramatma there with everyone?
Paramatma is in every living entity and everywhere.
Yeah,
Every living.
in every.
Yes. So in that case, he's there
Every
even in
living
the
entity.
hog's body, right? He's there in a pig's body also. He's there in a dog's body also. He wants the living entity to actually turn towards him. When is this person going to look at me? When is this person going to turn towards me and look at me? So that is what he wants us to remember. And so through this pastime, we are able to understand that Krishna is there with us all the time, and he comes. What is the Paramatma form of the Lord? It is Shirodaksha Vishnu. Do you all know Shirodaksha Vishnu?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, Mahavish. Yeah. It's the Shirodaksha Vishnu, the Vishnu who's in every living entity.
Shirodaksha Vishnu is the super soul.
Correct.
He's the
Shirodaksha
Paramatma.
Vishnu. Okay, so now I want some raised hands for those people who want to participate in the question and answer session. Please raise your hands and we will do some question and answers.
I wasn't here in the class, so I don't
No
know.
problem. I'm just asking whoever can participate. Whoever wants to, they can. No problem if you cannot.
Mataji, do we raise our hands if we want to participate?
Yes. Yeah, you can raise your hand. I'll give you 1 minute. I'll just give half a more minute.
Hare Krishna Mataji, are we done with the class?
Not yet, Mataji. We have 5 more minutes, right?
No. We have time. There was silence, so I was between. I went somewhere and silence.
no
I was
problem.
confused.
No, Mataji. I'm there with them. I'm just so the first question is I'm seeing the raised hands here. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not able to see it. Okay. I'm seeing some raised hands. Let me go in the order that I see. Okay. Mukund. Sorry, Shreya. Shreya is the first person. But before that, I want to clarify what sloka it is, right? You all wanted to know what sloka is this. It is a very, very nice sloka from 9th chapter, 22nd verse. 9th chapter, 22nd verse. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paripasate tesham nityabhitanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. So
What is the
what is
chapter,
the
Mataji?
translation? But
What
those
chapter is it, Mataji?
9.22, dear.
Okay.
So, but those who, yeah.
Sorry, Mataji, I interrupted you.
Oh, no worries, dear. So
sorry.
I'll just read the translation and then we can go with the question and answer. So, but those who
I was
worship me,
sorry.
me with devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, for them, I carry what they lack and preserve what they have. So this is what Krishna says. Okay.
Mataji, can you repeat what text and verse? I mean, what chapter and verse, please?
9th chapter 22nd verse.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's
I
go.
found it, Mataji.
No problem. Okay, let's go to the question and answers. And first question goes to
Mataji, can you say something?
Sanvi.
My battery is about to be.
Oh, no problem, dear.
So we will be.
No problem.
So we need to.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, Mataji, actually, Mataji.
Haribol, let's just start with the. Yeah.
Can Shubhadra say something?
Yes.
I was like, my brother's saying that my brother's right, but actually it's 6, so it's okay. But if the battery is dead, then we have to rejoin with the batteries again for 2 minutes.
No problem, dear. No problem. Sanvi. Okay. So what is
Yes.
what did we talk about Krishna's beauty?
Krishna's beauty is so attractive that the gopis were even cursing Lord Brahma, like, why did you give us eyelids? So we're missing out on seeing Krishna Bhagwan. He was that beautiful. You couldn't
Wow.
look away.
You are so attentive, dear. Very good job.
Thank
Krishna.
you, Mataji. Krishna.
Hari bol, Sanvi. Hari bol to you. Krishna,
Yes, Mataji.
what was the pastime that we talked about and what quality was it related to? What quality was it related to? What was the pastime, the heading? The one pastime that I told you, the story that we elaborated on.
Krishna.
Yes, Krishna story. No problem. I will ask somebody else. Okay. Kavya,
Yes, Mataji.
what was the story we talked about?
We talked about Krishna wanted to see Vishnu.
Wonderful. And Mukund, what was that pastime related to?
Mataji, which pastime? Can you say that again?
Krishna seeing Vishnu. I mean, Vishnu wanting to see Krishna.
That pastime was related to the quality that he is
Beautiful.
he's
Beautiful. Yes. Okay. Good job. Okay, let me ask. Karthik. Haribol, Karthik, are you here?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Karthik, your question is, what about the flute? What is going on with the flute? Anything that you can remember from what we talked about the flute?
bamboo.
Yes, bamboo, forefathers, bamboo, flute of the forefathers.
And the river, they're very ecstatic that
Correct.
River
River is the mother. River is the mother of the flute, and the river felt so ecstatic because it's the sun, right? I mean, the flute was born out of the river, and because of it, because of its association with Lord Krishna, touching the lips of Lord Krishna, because the flute was able to do that,
The gopis
he
were
was
jealous.
feeling so ecstatic. And what about the gopis?
they were
So the
whatever
gopis.
they do, whatever they
Mataji, is there another meeting after this?
Can I
There's
answer
not
this,
a lot of people
Mataji?
joining.
Yeah, I
Whatever
can.
Gopis are jealous of Krishna.
Correct.
Mataji,
They
is
were
there
jealous
another meeting
about.
after this because a lot of people are joining.
Correct. No problem.
Can-
All right, kids. So we will get going now. We'll pay our humble obeisances. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripasinubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo
Yeah, the gopis were
Koti
jealous that the
Vaishnav
flute
Vrinda
got
ki
touched.
jai, Namacharya Pandita Haridas Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hari Bol.